guys, so yeah, welcome back to another thrilling installment of what I've been spending my money on recently. So yeah, I say recently in the loosest terms possible, as a lot of this stuff is still from November and December. I don't even know what dates everything is now. I think something around Christmas, some of the stuff's around Christmas. So yeah, probably a sign I should slow down buying stuff, which I am doing. I am going to be slowing down soon, hopefully. But yeah, I'd like to start off this video as well by discussing something that like a lot of people have been talking about on the old YouTubes, and that is how everything, like a lot of channels, are changing. Now, I think with a lot of things, change is inevitable. People start doing this as a hobby and then they go on and do bigger and better things sometimes, and that's one thing. But there is still a lot of us out here that are like hobbyists, and basically we just have a channel in our little game room, wherever that may be, in a bedroom, or some of us don't even have a game room. We just go on this platform just basically to discuss what we enjoy, and that is like either gaming itself, the collecting of games, or just amalgamation of everything really. So yeah, and I think as well with this copper thing, I think that's going to change a lot of these bigger channels. I think it might bring a lot more people like us out of the woodwork, because there is no money to be made in YouTube. You've got to do a lot more things now to get anything out of it. So I think there's going to be more of us that are more into just doing this as a hobby really. And because of that, I think as well, like I know a lot of us have actually started doing shout outs again. So I'd like to join in as well and mention a couple of channels that I've been watching recently that I've seen from other people's shout outs as well. So it's great. I mean, I've just been doing this for just over a year and I've met loads of people from this. It's been a great experience for by starting doing these little videos, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for getting a couple of shout outs myself. So I'm massively pleased about this. So a couple of these guys, I think a few people know these guys through like going to game shows and stuff like that, going to the markets and stuff like that. So the first one was a shout out from Dainster81, and I've written them down because I'll only forget. And that is Planet Retro. Sorry, I don't know what your name is, but yeah, Dainster shouted him out the other day, and I decided to go on his channel and have a look. And yeah, his collection is flipping immense. I think he's like, is it 7 or 9 games away from a full Mega Drive set, full PAL Mega Drive set. Flip it. He did a collection video on that Mega Drive set, and I was just like mesmerized, just looking at everything, like just in joy. So yeah, I was watching one of his videos as well, and he actually mentioned my name, mentioning that he picked up a 505 game, and he's been watching one of my videos about the 505 set. So that was a bit of a shock, because he doesn't normally comment on any of my videos. So it's nice to see that, like, not everyone comments, and everyone should. If you fancy just saying hi or whatever, just put a comment down below, especially if you've got a channel, and then we can maybe come over and see your channel, see what you're up to. But yeah, Planet Retro, definitely something I'm going to be going back to again. And I think as well, Retro Bear shouted him out as well recently as well. So great guy, and I think he's starting. I've noticed as well, he has actually started commenting on a few people's videos as well, which is good. So it's nice to see you in the community and joining. So the other one I would like to shout out is the nerd couple, or the nerdy couple. I can't remember. I've wrote up nerd couple on here. Husband and wifey. Now they're a great channel, like which Retro Bear shouted out quite a while ago actually. But it doesn't seem. I've only really seen me, Retro Bear, and just a random couple of people just occasionally comment really. So it'd be nice for other people to go over to their channel and say hi, just see what they're up to. Basically, they basically do pickups like shot downwards onto like a bit of a sheet or whatever it is, and then show all their pickups, what they've had. So they're not on camera like how I am at the moment, but I mean, I started out like that, a few other people did. It's something that you just kind of like have to try and get used to really. So hopefully they might come on camera one day, you never know. But yeah, like their rapport is flipping great. I mean, that's what you go for. Pickup's probably second. It's just great just listening to each other banter. So they basically pick up a lot of like games and movies and soft toys, a lot of Disney movies, a lot of horror movies, or in music as well, like a lot of metal music as well. I think they're really into the PlayStation 1 by the look of the majority of the pickups that they go for are PlayStation 1 stuff. But yeah, as I say, they're just great to watch, really. Just a great little couple of people just to add to your little list of people that you watch. And they don't do big 30-minute epics like some of us do. It's nice and easy watching, really. So yeah, go over and say hi, hopefully. I'll put the names below on links just so it's easier to find them, really, because sometimes if you search nerdy couple you'll have about a few different people come up. So yeah, what did I get? Well, first up, I'd like to say my biggest pickup that I've got this time is my camera, which is my phone. I've got my new contract came through. I was able to upgrade early, which is great. So yeah, at the moment I'm doing my front facing camera, the one with the screen on it so I can see myself. It looks a lot better than the other camera. I'm not too sure what the quality is like with my older front facing camera, but to be honest, I prefer to have it like this because I like to look at something other than just a camera, something dead that's not moving. So yeah, hopefully this makes things better. I don't know. Let's see, because as I say, it looks all right on here, but it's once you start editing it. So yeah, test period at the moment. But yeah, gaming wise, what did I get? So first up, we'll get something that I've been wanting for a long time, and it's an Amiga game, which is Better Dead Than Alien. I mean, that name alone is just flipping worth it. The box art, great. But the gameplay, I used to play this a lot as a kid, and basically what I would say this is sort of like Space Invaders with bosses. But yeah, the the sound effects are what really do me. I flipping love the sound effects. They're just so memorable. Lots of wheeze, and I'm not going to do any more because I've just already felt embarrassed enough as it is. But yeah, manual and everything like that. Unfortunately, it's not got the comic book. So yeah, this I actually got on Black Friday because I think, is it Retro Pixels on eBay? If you collect Amiga games, you probably know who they are. They did, I think, was it 30 to 50% off on everything in stock, and I'd had this on watch for a long time, so I thought I'd grab this. So I think this was about maybe 15 quid posted, so that was a nice one to get. Another one I used to play a lot as a child, and that is Dragon Spirit. So this has been on a lot of systems. A lot of people know it on the NES, the PC Engine and everything like that, but I always remember it on the Amiga. This is what I used to play a lot as a kid. I'm not too sure if I saw it in the arcade, but if I did, I would have definitely played it. But yeah, it's one of them Domark boxes that just don't open properly. I'll just flip it. Oh, and obviously I've just broken it. But yeah, it's got a nice colourful disc and everything like that. So I'd love to get a lot more of these Tengen. Yeah, so Domark games, which I think they are part of the Tengen. A lot of like Atari games are what they've released. So yeah, and as well, I love these boxes. I think the terrible boxes, but I think all lined up, these would look a nice little subset. So I need to stop doing subsets. Stop doing it. All right. So yeah, I went over to my. Right, hang on. Let me have a look. How have I organised all this? I did do an organisation, but it's terrible. It's not a very good one. Right, so I went over to the car boot, and my car booty man mentioned that he was coming over and I could go to his lockup and everything like that. So I came over. I just shot straight over. So the first game I got from him, well, there was no first. It just randomly picked up loads of stuff. Crackdown on the Mega Drive. So yeah, nice and fully complete, even though the spine says there's a bit of lag in the movement in this one compared to the old one. It says no book on the spine, but yeah, apart from that, yeah, great condition. You mentioned as well he used to put the stickers underneath, so I'm hoping that's going to come off nice and easily, because if not, it's got the £8 price that he had from back in the day. So yeah, nice little pickup. I think I paid, well, £8 before we got a bit of a discount bundle. Another one that I've got, and I've been looking for this for a while. I played this a lot as a kid. Motor Tune Racing Grand Prix 2. Now, this is a bit of a sad, not sad, bit of a, I'm trying to think what the word is. I tried getting a different version of this. I saw that there's a double case version of this, but I've not seen a photo, just someone mentioning that there's a double case version of this. So it's a bit of a failure, bit of a, yeah, I'm resorting to getting this because I do want this game. And I think I paid only about 10 quid for that before we did a bit of a bundle price and everything like that, which I think is quite a good price really. But yeah, really fun, colourful game. You wouldn't think that this is made by the guys that do Gran Turismo. If you look at, is it Gran Turismo? I'm pretty certain it's some like realistic racer anyway. But yeah, great game, real fun, and you can use the Nedcon on it as well. So not that I've got one or even used one. Next up, as I mentioned before with my car boot guy, he has stuff import and PAL games and everything like that. So I actually saw this, and I've been seeing it for a while when I've visited him. But since Tootie gave, well, I got the chip PlayStation from Tootie, it's opened up my PlayStation collecting. So the game in question is Chrono Cross, which is a sort of sequel to Chrono Trigger. 20 years after the events of Chrono Trigger, a new set of adventures are preparing for a battle that will suppress even space and time. Blimey, that was hard for me to read. But yeah, we was looking for a price of it. This is quite surprising as well. I was looking for a price for this one because he obviously doesn't know what a lot of things are worth these days. So he priced this on the Essentials one, and that was going for between 15 and 20 quid. So the Essentials in America, instead of like silver like our Platinums, they have like a bright ugly green, which is horrible. So he priced it on that, so I got this for 15 quid. But looking on eBay sold listings, which there isn't too many of them, this sells for about 40 quid by the look of it. So I got this for a really good deal. So yeah, it's not too bad condition. There's a lot of like scuff marks, but when you get inside it, it's like, yeah, it's not really been used for a long time, you can tell. So great condition, double disc. And I like the fact in these American ones, they've got artwork on the inside. So really cool. I mean, we did miss out a lot with our PAL stuff. So yeah, and it's another double case. Right, so yeah, we've got to the part now, which is a bit of a killer really. Bit of a sad story. But yeah, I got a game from part of his collection I haven't seen yet. As I say, I went up to one of his markets that he does, which is close to his lockup. So went there in the intention that I would be going to visit it. And yeah, so this lockup is just full of just random stuff, not just gaming stuff, but his gaming stuff was incredible to see and also baffling at the same time. And how I mean by that, he has a big, you know, them white sort of like bread tray things, like sort of like bread pallets. I don't know what you call them. Something that you carry all your bread in if you're working at a stall or a market or something like that. But yeah, that was full of PlayStation 1 games. And I was like, oh, nice one. So I started flicking through them. However, the PlayStation 1 games were all like this. So I started flicking through them all, and so that's got the black back and the front and the manual and everything. And I was like, hang on, there's no games in any of these. Are these just all covers? So like, if you think these are all like absolutely jammed, so from this side of the tray to that side, all like really having trouble to flick through, and then like multiples across like that, he must have had 1,000 of these, must have done. So I was looking through them, and he was like, oh no, I've got a second tray like this, and this is the disc for the game and everything. So he has it all like separate like that. But the other sad thing, I came across another game that I really wanted, and that was Clock Tower for the PlayStation 1. I actually came across two. I came across a PAL version and an American version, and the PAL version didn't have the front cover, it just had the manual, and he said I could buy it for 80 quid, which for me, without that front cover, it's too much, even though I think that was quite a good price, really. I might have done myself out of a good deal, but for me, 80 quid's a lot of money, to be fair. Especially because I kind of have it on the PlayStation, on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, so many games, American, Japanese, and PAL. There was more PAL than there was American and Japanese. So I'd love to. One day, I didn't even flick through them all because it just would have taken far too long. So I just did one row and the B's and the C's basically. But yeah, came across Blasto, which is one I've been looking for a long time. You don't see that often. So for I think 10 quid, all I have to do is get myself a case, which I've got quite a lot building up already, and then this becomes a nice complete game. So yeah, I dread to think what he's done with all them thousands of bloody cases, jewel cases. So yeah, he's got other trays where they are fully complete as well, but it just seems the juiciest stuff was all like that, which is a bit sad really. But yeah, anyway, next up, a couple of eBay items. We've got a Nintendo game. So this is Deja Vu for the Nintendo. So it's nice that it comes with a sleeve. I think I paid just under 10 quid delivered for this, which I think is quite a good price really. So what this is sort of like a bit of a dungeon crawler sort of point and click adventure for the NES. Obviously it's not going to be the most graphical of things. So it's a bit almost text adventure-y. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I've heard a lot of good things about this, so I thought I'd grab this and see what it's like. Although my NES is on the blink. I need to get a new 9-pin connector, I think. Sorry about that. Next up, a PlayStation 2 game, which is quite a rarity. It's not super rare, but not one that you see every day. And it's never expensive, really. But to get this for a decent price, I got it from all the way from Australia, and that game in particular is 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. Now, if you noticed, it's got the Australian thing here, but if you actually take out the sleeve, you can see that was actually a sticker on the front of it. So yeah, in Australia, they seem to, not just with PlayStation 2, but a lot of games, they seem to import PAL American ones, and then they age rate it with these stickers. I watch a lot of Australian pickups as well as English, and I've noticed that a lot of them have this sticker on them. And again, like I say, it could be American, could be PAL. So yeah, very strange how they do that. I know they've got a lot of problems with some of the games. I know like the GTAs get banned quite a lot over there, but this is very different to a GTA game because this is more like Bejeweled, but a little bit different by the look of it. But yeah, as I say, quite a tricky one to get on the PlayStation 2. I think you can get it on the DS quite easy. But yeah, this is part of the Mumbo Jumbo Funster set, which there is another game and I can't remember what it is. I think that other one's a bit like Zumba, and I do have it. So there's only 2 on the PlayStation, so nice and easy to get. And I actually got this and another copy, which I actually gave to Sean because it was just easier. The price for this would cost more for the shipping than the actual game. So for me to get an extra one, it made more sense than just getting a single one. So gave that to Sean so he could have a nice present for his birthday. Say nice, it's a bit of a crappy game, but I know it's one that will be quite hard to find naturally. Next up, Christmas came, and when I was coming home, I decided to have a bit of a pit stop. So the day after Boxing Day, I was coming down the M62, and I thought, instead of going to the services, I'm going to go to Lee's Deals, or Direct Deals as it's called, in Bradford. And flipping, what a place. You could spend hours in there and just have a whale of a time. Just looking, it's part museum, part shop. The only problem I have with his shop, which isn't his shop really, and it's not him, is the fact that a lot of the stuff is not priced. So you'd have to make a stack of games and give it to him to price up, which sometimes you have yourself a little budget. I certainly did. I had 50 quid that I had from Christmas that I was willing to spend, really. So I didn't know what to get. I kind of had a rough idea of what certain games are, but obviously I didn't know how he would price them up, which he pretty much prices them up around the average selling price at eBay, I would say. I think that's how he does it. I think roughly that's how he does it. He's got flipping a fantastic stock of mint Saturn games. Amazing. And I did ask how much Deep Fear is, and he said 250, which, yeah, that's a price to buy it for, but unfortunately way out of my budget. Nice to get one day. But yeah, so while I was there, I decided to get myself some Master System games, as that is the system I'm really enjoying at the moment. So first up, I got myself Sagaya. So all nice and complete. All of these are complete and great condition. He did a great price on this as well, which again, this is why I don't know where he gets his prices from, because this was 15 quid, which is under the eBay average selling price, I would imagine, what I've worked out. So basically, if you don't know what this is Darius, and I think, is it Darius 2 in particular? But yeah, I played this, tried completing it, but it was nice and easy to start with, and then the last round just absolutely killed me. But what's good about the Darius games, they just ask you to basically do repeat playthroughs, because you choose which direction through the levels you want to go to. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun going forward. Really enjoyed this. So yeah, so 15 quid for that, 10 quid for this, Lord of the Sword. So this just looks like a nice action RPG. And what's confusing me, I don't know if anyone can help me with this, but is this an American copy? Because the reason why I asked that is because I know American Master System games, you can tell because the manuals are like this. But there's nothing, I mean, with Master System games, it doesn't actually have any indicators, or at least none that I know of, to say what country they originate from. I've looked on eBay and I think they all do look like that, but is that because it's an American game to start with? Not too sure. So any of you Master System collectors, can you give me a bit more insight in this? But yeah, nice little platforming RPG. So cool to get. But the piece de la resistance, the pick of the bunch, which actually had a price sticker on it, which was nice. But yeah, a great price for this. 30 quid for Renegade. So this is part of the Kunio-kun series that I've been mentioning just recently with my Famicom pickups. All complete, got all the little bits of extra gubbins and everything like this. This is in fantastic condition. This is amazing. But yeah, one I've been wanting for a bit. So this basically plays like Double Dragon. So yeah, really cool to get. Again, one I've been wanting. So really looking forward to playing them. I've actually played, as I say, I've played Sagaya. I actually owned that before, and I really been wanting to play that again. He actually had a Genesis copy of this version as well, which I never even knew about. But I think I'll stick with the Master System. I'm not too sure. I think the Genesis ones are a little bit expensive. So we'll go through these really quickly. While I was at the car boot, going to see my car booty guy, yeah, this is a bit of a tale of, like, hopefully a cautionary tale for everyone, and that don't just expect things. I went to the car boot at 10 o'clock because he was texting me to say come over and everything like that. So I went with no cash, because I usually send PayPal to him and everything like that, because it's usually a lot easier. But I thought I'd have a quick walk around, and I wish I never did now, because I came across a big stack of GameCube games, and there was all of the Resident Evil, so Code Veronica, Resident Evil 3, all the ones that are quite a bit of money, a Pokemon game, and the Mario parties, and also a couple of Mario parties for the Wii as well. And how much were they? 3 for a quid. So I asked him how much it was, and I just, in my head, I just thought, right, no one's bought them yet. It's 10 o'clock, so no one's going to be coming here at 10 o'clock to buy them. So I'm just going to go to the cash point, which is like 5 minutes up the road, and come back and get them. When I came back, flipping gone. So I just should have said to him, can you put them to the side until I get a bit of cash? But I just thought that because it was so late, no one else would be going to get him. They would have already got them if they wanted them. So gutted on that one. When I went to the game seller, the person that had bought them was there, and I asked him if I could. I actually took a picture of them and I sent them to one of my WhatsApp groups, and I think Pete Fighter priced them all up to like 150 quid. So never mind. You win some, you lose some. But he actually said, the reason why I brought that up, he actually said, I've got some PlayStation 2 games. He's not actually gone through them yet. So I was like, yeah, let's go through them. So same price, 3 for a quid. I got myself Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which looks like, I think someone else picked up this up recently, and they said it's quite a fun little beat 'em up. Resident Evil Outbreak, which I don't understand what these are, but I actually have the second one, so it's nice to complete. It has the manual and everything like that, so that's nice to add. One I actually bought to get a bit of trade credit on, as I thought I already had it, but it turns out I don't. And that's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Colosseum. So I think this is like a versus strategy game, like a strategy RPG, but you can play against each other, I think. So it doesn't, I think it's supposed to come with an art card, a game card, which it doesn't, which for what, 33p? Can't grumble. Going into bear territory there. And another nice one to get, which I would have thought I'd have already got, Blood Rain. This is part of another series, but yeah, nice and complete and everything like that. And the best one, the pick of the bunch, one that I don't have, I kind of have, but I don't have, because I've got it as a part of a collection, Silent Hill 3. So yeah, this is brilliant to pick up for 33p. So yeah, nice and complete. So yeah, I might have missed out on them GameCube ones, but I still got some good stuff, and I got some stuff that I actually gave to some of the other guys, and a few other, I think, just randoms that I've kept behind as well, because I think there was a couple that was a bit scratched, so that was a bit sad really, but never mind. Oh, and as well, from my video game seller, he actually gave me a Resident Evil Outbreak from the PlayStation 2 bag, which fits in nicely with that. On the other side, Onimusha. So a nice little point of sale bag. And if you see behind me here, these were actually on a couple of my videos before. That's a Street Fighter EX kind of poster, and that's a ribbon one. And what's nice about these are point of sale sort of posters. So if you flip on the other side, it actually has all the information about the release date, the RRP, and just little bits of gubbins about the game itself. So they're really nice to add. So really happy with them. Yeah, we've got still got a few things to get through here. Sorry about this, guys. So I think this is from a charity shop. Yeah, I think it's got a price here. When I was going through my PlayStation 3 collection, I realised I didn't have, and that is God of War Ascension. Now this is the last game I need for the God of War series, so I'm really looking forward to playing this, because yeah, I've really enjoyed the PlayStation 4 reboot, or whatever you want to call it, of God of War. It was nice, but it just didn't have that God of War feeling of just beating the hell out of everything. So I'm hoping this will be like that. So I've not really actually heard too much about that one. Another one I got from the car boot, which was only a quid, which I don't think it's got much value in it really, but it was a Vita game. So that was FIFA 13. Yeah, just nice to get a Vita game from the car boot. So, yep, that's a nice one. So, what we got? I think this is a car boot one as well. And this just looks really interesting. It's Ninja Captains, which looks like a mini game sort of series of games. They just all look really fun. Well, not that I'll probably ever play it, but it's just nice to add to the collection. So, also with stuff that I traded in from CX, I got a couple of nice things. First up, we have, we'll say this one first, which is Deadly Creatures. So again, I was looking through my Wii games the other day, and I thought I already actually had this. So it was nice to see this at my local CX for £2.50. So yeah, with trading, it's next to nothing really. So yeah, nice and complete, which is unusual for CX. But yeah, this looks like a really fun game where you actually I think you are actually a spider or something like that. And it's actually got voice acting from, hang on, I'm sure it's on the back here, Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Hopper. Who would have thought they would have been in a Wii game? But yeah, here it is in Deadly Creatures. So I think, yeah, I think this is on a lot of people's Hidden Gems videos. So cool one to get. And yeah, the best thing I got from CEX this month is Zelda. So this is Zelda Ocarina of Time. I have to look because I just don't get the difference between the N64 ones, because they both have ocarinas, they both deal with time, but one's got masks. I really don't understand it. But yeah, I don't really know why I got this. It's just that it was in the local CX. I think it was like 22 quid. And I think I got a couple of things from a couple of Wii games for the charity shop. So in effect, I think this cost me like 3 quid. So yeah, that was just a nice little addition to the Nintendo 64. It's just nice to have a Zelda game in there. Yeah, I'm not too fussed on the. I like Zelda, but I'm more like to the Link to the Past. That is my kind of a game. So yeah, one that I actually paid for about 3 years ago, and it finally just came, and a bit of a controversy with it all. So yeah, the reason why I paid for it 3 months ago is because it was a Kickstarter. So it's the first one I've actually done. In fact, it's the only one I've ever done, and it's kind of given me a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. So the game in question is Battle Princess Madeline. So yeah, this is a sort of Ghosts and Goblins sort of game. Art style on this is flipping amazing. It is great, but it just tries too much to make it something different than Ghosts and Goblins, and it loses the charm on it. Not only that, but I think they lost faith in the production of the PlayStation 4 one, and I think the Switch one is the one to get. I think there's quite a lot of like problems with this one, especially with like trophies or like progression in the story mode. I did complete this, and my name is in the credits, which is nice. So my first game that I've got my name in the credits. I did take a picture of it, but it's on my old phone, and for some reason the photos haven't come across. So I would have put it there. But yeah, nice to have. Now, why it's a bit of controversy with this. The beginning of 2019, the game came out, and there was a physical release in Japan. And I know a couple of guys, without further ado, I know he definitely got it. And I've only just got this like this month. So I paid for it way before him, and I got it a year after him, which is a bit of a sad thing. And they released it through limited run, which we all knew that was coming. But when it came, it actually came with this cover facing forward. Now, if you've been following this, that is not the Kickstarter cover, that's the limited run cover. And by having Kickstarter, you were supposed to get this Kickstarter exclusive cover. So everyone was complaining about it and everything like that. It wasn't so bad for me because I wanted to open it and play it. But I know a lot of people complained because they can't distinguish between the limited run one and the Kickstarter one. I do believe the limited run one doesn't have this on as a reversible cover. I don't know if anyone can confirm or deny that one with me, because it would be quite interesting. I've not heard anyone say that other than the people that have produced it. So yeah, quite a few little sad stories of this one, but it's a good game. If you want a modern Ghosts and Goblins kick, I would definitely suggest go to what's it called, Curse Castilia. So I've got it up there, you see. That is a flipping amazing Ghosts and Goblins, modern Ghosts and Goblins game. Another Vita game, that's 2. I've not had a Vita game for a while, and I've been looking. This has been on my watch list for ages. It usually goes for about 20 quid, but I think I put a cheeky offer of 12 quid to someone and they accepted it. It's not got a manual, but I'm not too sure if it's supposed to. So yeah, Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom, one I've been interested in getting for a long time. I'm not very good at fighters anymore, so I think if I had it on the Vita and just was at work and just had a few goes here and there, I think I will be able to maybe hone my skills a bit and enjoy fighters again, maybe. I don't know, sometimes when I'm in my living room and I want to put a fighter on and I get my ass kicked straight away, it just kills it for me. So hopefully that will start my love of them again. And Blue Tonic 78, you've got me spending money. So Alex, we all go to each other's channels, and I think this is payback because I think I got him to spend some money a couple of months ago on a game. So yeah, he actually showed this game on his channel not too long ago, and I went on eBay and it was fate because I got this for a flipping great deal. I think it usually goes for about, I think it was 20-30 quid, I think he said. And I got this for, I think it was about 15-16 quid. And the game in question is Steel Harbinger. Flipping, look at that cover, it looks flipping immense, doesn't it? So what this looks like is like an isometric dual stick sort of shooter. So totally my kind of thing. I never heard of this game before, or if I did, I completely forgot about it. So really glad that Alex brought this up again. So yeah, I can't wait to play this. I don't know if you played it yet. Have you played it yet? I know what we're like. We buy these games and it'll be on the shelves for 3 years before, and then we go, oh yeah, can you remember buying that game? And then flick it on for a few minutes. But yeah, looks amazing. I mean, it looks really cheesy, but that's the kind of thing I love about certain games. I love the cheesy high action games. So yeah, that's that. So 2 games that I've been really looking forward to showing, to be honest. I got these I got these before, as I said, before Christmas. I got all these before Christmas. Get myself a drink. But yeah, I played both of these flipping great games. First game, I was watching a Saturn video, collection video, and he said that this game was really good. These are both shooters. And the game in question is Macross. What's this one called? Hang on, Super Dimension Fortress Macross. I think it's something Love or something like that. I think there's 2 Macross games on the Saturn. Now, I have seen this before, and I thought this was just an FMV game looking at the back. But it's actually a shooter, and I have heard that, but I just couldn't see any proof of it. But maybe I was just flicking through the videos too quick. But yeah, it's not your traditional normal shooter. It's like horizontal, vertical. It's a little bit 3D. Yeah, it looks really interesting. What I played, it's quite good. It's not amazing or anything like that, but I think this cost me 18 quid delivered from a UK seller. So I think it usually goes for between 20 quid. Oh, there you go, a bit of reflection there. Usually goes for about 20 quid. So I've not got a massive deal, but it's a really good price. But what was good about getting this is, oh yeah, and another reason why I thought it was an FMV game is, and it's got a nice, what's it called? Spine cardage there. You got your CD there, but it's also got a second CD. So how many shooters come on 2 CDs? Very unusual indeed. But yeah, what I was saying a second ago is this gave me some good luck, because as soon as I got this, my eBay saved listings thing popped up, and they said a game that you've been looking for is now for sale. And I was like, okay, I saw it, and I thought, well, it'll probably just like all the other times it's done it, high price. But no, it was an already good price. But I thought, because it is an expensive game, I thought, well, I'll just do a cheeky bid. And they accepted. I couldn't believe it. So from another UK seller, and it's a flipping expensive game. It's the most I've spent on a game for a while. But it was less than 100 quid. I think it was 80 quid, and then postage on top. A lot of money, but if you know what this game is, you know that that is a deal. And that game is Macross, which is the prequel to that Sega Saturn game. So yeah, so this is Macross. Something Valkyrie, I can't remember what it is. Someone could correct me, I'm sure Dylan can. Oh my goodness, I know a few people have said that this is a hidden gem. Well, not so much a hidden gem, but this is the best shooter on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, and I totally agree. I started playing it and I kept thinking, what are people talking about here? It just started feeling a little bit average, but as more that you play it, you realise how good this is. It plays a little bit different than most shooters. There's different modes of your shooting style, and you have different ships that you can use to like change the gameplay style basically. Great fun, a lot of fun. Yeah, this is, I would say this probably trumps a lot of the Mega Drive game shooters. A lot of people say the Mega Drive games are a lot better than, no, this is the one. If you want a great 16-bit shooter, I would say this is the best one. Hopefully I'll have put a video here and you can see how good it is. I recommend everyone goes on to however they watch video, however they play games through an EverDrive, through an emulator. If you've got any interest in shooters, go now and flipping download it and play this straight away. The box art looks crap. I must admit this is probably one of the worst box art I've had for a while, but the packaged contents inside this is absolutely amazing. Collectability of this, it's got a few scuffages here, so it's not in like pristine condition, but it's in good condition. Do you know what I mean? It's got the manual and everything like that. So for the price that I paid for this, I'm absolutely buzzing. And this has been an amazing way to cap off 2019. And the funny thing is as well, I got this and then just soon after, Sean, Retro Games Revived, sent me my Super Famicom. And that was like, I was so overjoyed when he sent me that. I didn't know it was coming and I just got this, and to play this on a PAL Super Nintendo and hope for the best that it to work and to be not to be played the optimal way wouldn't have been right. I wouldn't have done it. I was waiting to get a Super Famicom so I could play this. Playing it on the Retro Freak, it wasn't something I really wanted to do. I don't really like playing shooters on that because there's a little bit of lag on it. But not only that, I don't really like playing on a big screen with something with a lot of action like this. I prefer to play it on my CRT, just how it was intended, really. So, yeah, as I say, fantastic way to round out 2019. So, yeah, oh my goodness, I think this is the best game I've had for a long time, and it's flipping. I'll be putting a lot of hours into this because I've enjoyed every playthrough I've done on this. I've not completed it yet. It's not the exact hardest game, or at least what I've got to so far, but it's definitely the most enjoyable. So got a long time to be putting into this, and I've probably waffled on about this long enough now. So with that, I'll say goodbye to everyone, and thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.